need more time. Yeah, she's got a sister, and God only knows how I missed her. And on the palm of her hand there's a blister. I need more time. My missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain. Once you go, there was never an honest word. But that was when I ruled the world.
Welcome on to the Fanzone stage. 3 members of our Reds report team. If you've not met them, where the hell have you been? 3 cracking lads who do a great job with the Reds report. Welcome on to the stage. Big round of applause for Carlo, Chris and Kyle.
So we talked about players coming in. I suppose, can you see that big pink elephant there? It's called Kiefer Moore. So just imagine that we have accepted a £4 million bid for Kiefer Moore. What will be your thoughts?
I mean, we've proved we can replace him past, so why can't we do it again? You know, there's Chaplin who can play up front. Malik Wilkes, I believe, can play forward. We've got Corley Woodrow, I think he'll have a fantastic season. So for me, he's not really proven himself as a championship player. So I've not been overly gutted, and I think £4 million's more than enough to satisfy the club, the fans, and us.
Yeah, I think, last time we're in this position, and I'm not going to mention his name, but obviously we got promoted to Championship, and I think we sold him for I think it was £1.50 and a bag of licorice, wasn't it? So it's nice to see that we're getting a bit of money for the actual player that, we're selling. So the board's done well there. If they can get £4 million, put that back into the club, reinvest it. I have no doubt that they've got a shortlist drawn up already, ready for a replacement.
Before we start talking about Fulham in the season ahead, just in the middle, because we're going to go out to the audience as well in a bit, a score forecast for today. Put you on the spot. This wasn't rehearsed. Let's see what you're made of.
My heart says, Barnsley 1-0, 2-1. Thinking realistically, I think their squad is, well, it's Premier League quality, let's be honest. And some of the players they've brought in has been great recruitment. And my head's saying 3-1 Fulham, and I know I'll get a few boos, but I'm thinking it could go either way. We don't know what we're expecting to. We've got a pretty much new squad that we've got to work with today, so it could go either way.
Chris, you saw them play Sheffield United last week, obviously promoted to the Premiership. What were the areas for you that either caused you maybe a bit of concern or that you were really, really pleased about?
Yeah, I think going up to the 60-minute mark last week, we're still in it at 2-1. Obviously, we've made all those changes to get people to run out, knock a bit of dust off them. It's hard to judge from a friendly, isn't it? I think you can't draw too many conclusions. I thought we looked well at times going forward. Maybe his pressing game weren't as good as what it has been, but obviously there's a lot of new bodies out there. There's a lot of gelling that needs to be done. The quicker we can get that, the better. The quicker we can pick up momentum again at Oakwell, keep what we've done over last season and a little bit, and then make it a bit of a fortress. We can, I think we can develop and pick up plenty of points.
And you've got 300 Reds fans here, so choose your words carefully. Which 3 teams you feel are in fear of perhaps going down? We're watching you.
I think Barnsley will survive. I do honestly think Barnsley will survive. I think there's worse teams in this league, give or take. I've got to say that. I think Reading are in danger this year. They've been narrowly avoiding relegation for the last couple of seasons, and I think this season's probably their season to drop down a level. I think Wigan, I don't think they've got enough to stay in. I mean, they've lost a few players. They've got Nick Powell who's gone to Stoke. So I think Wigan are in trouble, and I think Charlton, again, they're a newly promoted side, but they're only newly promoted side that I've got to go down. I just don't think they've recruited that well, and I just can't see them having enough to say. And they've obviously got off the field issues as well. So,
Chris, opposite side of the table for you then. Which 3 teams for you should be looking at automatic promotion? And again, 300 fans here. There's always a playoff that
I'm not going to say the L word, so you're not going to drop me on that one. I reckon West Brom. I think they've recruited well up front. Got a great manager, experienced international manager in Slaven Bilic. I think he'll be good for him. I think obviously our host today, Fulham, it's hard to look beyond them. They've kept the core of the squad together. They've obviously reinvested some money in Anthony Knockout, so I think they'll look sharp this season. And I know you might get a dark horse, you might get something like Stoke, maybe nicking a playoff spot. They've recruited well, and they've signed 2 decent players, so you never know, Carlo. All's to play for. Barnsley might sneak into the playoffs, you never know.
if we had £4 million to spend, I think we'd have to look up road. I think John Marquis, Doncaster, he's maybe a little bit old, but has he gone? Portsmouth. Oh, 4 million, a lot of money. I think we might dip into the loan market as well. Maybe see if we could get a striker that's not getting much game time at a bigger club. See if we can bring him in on loan.
We've got no loan players as yet, and last season, besides Mike Stephen Baird, who's obviously your favourite, I'm surprised his name's not on the back of your shirt. Daniel Stendhal has talked about experience. Do you think that maybe the loan market is where he'll bring somebody in to add some of that experience? If you look at the players and experience at this level, you know, there's not that many. Do you think the loan market is something that maybe Daniel will keep an eye on to bring that in?
I'm not convinced that's the direction the club's heading at the minute. I think to invest that time and minutes into a player and then for him to go back to his parent club, probably a bit of a waste really for us. So I'm not convinced that's the way we'll go. I mean, you mentioned experience. I mean, what is experience? Are you talking about age? Because if it's age, then no, we haven't got it. And neither have we got the experience in the Championship. But we're talking about game times and appearances. There's a lot of players in there that played a lot of games in different countries as well. So I think, I don't think the loan market is something we have to do. And obviously my friend Mike Stephen Barrow will pick up the slack if there's any from Kiefer Moore. I mean, he could play behind Woodrow and slot in there. He's a great
Champions League season for Barnsley FC. So you can catch us live every Thursday on The Vibe. We have a podcast that's then put up later on in the evening. Sorry, Championship. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead. Find us on YouTube as well. It's being filmed today. That'll be on YouTube. And probably as well that during the show we always have a 5-10 minute segment where we follow all the Barnsley sports people as well. So Josh Whale regularly comes in and we interviews. And the Barnsley women's team who did really well this season are part of the show as well. So catch us on The Vibe every Thursday live at 5 and the podcast soon after. I will now hand you over for some live music. Thank you.
We're outside Oakwell on the cusp of the first game of the season with Chris and Laura. Predictions for the game then today, score-wise?
2-1 lose, I think. 2-1 score first.
2-1 score first.
Woodrow
to score first. Yourself, Laura? Same again. So we're saying we're going to lose. Is that what you're saying?
I'm a realist. I've been here before.
We have been here.
I'm up to this morning, but I just think with defence and with lack of experience.
Alright, so when we meet at 3-0, we'll keep replaying this. Alright, no problem. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy Fanzone, won't you? Alright, see you later, all the best. And your predictions for today?
I told you on Tuesday night, Chris, and I'm going to stick to it. 2-2, plenty of goals, but it's going to be a bit difficult to win.
Who's going to get first goal?
You know, I fancy Kavari today.
Kavari first goal?
Yeah.
You'll do for me.
Thank you.
Alright mate, enjoy. What's your name, sir?
Aidan.
Aidan, and so we're wanting today from you to win your score prediction. So what do you think the score's going to be today?
I think it's going to be a 3-2 win for the Reds today.
Sounds brilliant. And Aidan? 2-1 to Reds?
Yeah.
Brilliant. First goal scorer?
I'm going to go for Woodrow. It's got to be Woodrow.
Woodrow? Yeah. Woodrow again. There you go, Woodrow first goal and Barnsley win. Spot on. Cheers lads. Thursday, 5-5. Got it?
Kavari is correct.
Listen
Now,
to the
what's the
Red
number on the
Report
back,
Thursday,
Rachel?
live.
Turn it round first.